Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where we are constructing things, and we are doing so considerably quickly. I say that, it kind of feels like we're not getting a lot done when we're building tall, which is why I often don't build tall. But I'm enjoying this. We have a long ways to go before we start feeling pressured into expansion, and I think that's a really good thing. I'm very glad about that. So we have a long ways to go here. We really, really do. There's a lot of construction yet to do. And to that end, I kind of want to build a couple of additional construction ships. I'm thinking 3. Maybe 4. How many do I have right now? We have 5? You know what? Let's double it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. Now, we could move these all to the top. This is going to be mildly irritating because it goes back to the top every time we do. But we can definitely move them up to the top, and that'll be fine. I just want to get construction going even faster. So let's get going on that for now. And all 5 of these will finish up basically simultaneously. So we want to go to locations that, so the Dyson Swarm should probably not be interfered with by a habitat, but we could just not build an orbital over the star. Right? It gives the star output plus 3,000%. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking right now. If we were to do it that way, that would probably work. So let's head down to Barnard Star, and let's consider building a Habitat Central Complex here on Barnard Star 5. So all we need to do then is just not build an orbital around the star, and that's absolutely fine. As far as the Yukon here goes, well, we have a megastructure up over here. This is the Science Nexus. Can we also build an orbital where that Science Nexus is? No. Okay. So we're not going to get an orbital there, but that's probably fine, really. So let's consider building a megastructure up over this way. This would be a Habitat Central Control. That seems fine. And then the Bengali can head over to Kaid, and we would build somewhere around... Aster's Workshop is here? Yeah, the conglomerated scrappers. That's fine. Let's just build it, say, here. That'll be okay. And then the Mississippi can come over to Zeldra, and we can build it somewhere out over this way. Like over... That would only be a minor orbital? Right. Can we not build a Habitat Central Control here? Ah, we're lacking the influence. Okay, that is fine. We've got 2 construction ships here that are not going to be building those. So, let's check in on how long it's going to be before we get the Strategic Coordination Center. 24 months on that. Okay, how much does it cost to build one of these? So, let's head over to Zeldra, and let's double check the cost on that. 160? Okay, I'm just going to enter orbit here, and then the last construction ship we're going to send over to, say... where do we want to send this? Over to, like... Mong? I don't know. Actually, let's just move to Akalum for now. That'll be reasonably fine. So we're just going to need to save up some influence for that. That's fine. We're making a decent amount of monthly influence, and we know that this is going to take a little while, so I'm not too concerned about that one. Cool. I assume that we are currently looking to inhabit this world. Yes, we are. We're headed there right now. Where are you going? You're going down to Maraid? Sure. That is fine, then. So we're going to have these 2 construction ships stop moving fairly soon. Yeah, this one in particular. It is now in position to construct its habitat. So we're lacking the influence. We need 30 more influence. That's going to be 6 months. That's okay. So no major concern there. We dipped negative on our energy credits, which is mildly surprising. Mildly surprising indeed. Hang on. Did something just happen? No. No, it did not. Okay, I just wanted to double check if even starting the construction of the habitat for some reason canceled the energy credit generation here, and it didn't. So that seems fine. We have a first contact here, and we definitely want to work towards those. I'm actually surprised that we would get a first contact at this point, but that would give us a way to potentially get some influence. So we 100% want to work on that. That'll be great. So with our construction ships ready to go here, we're certainly going to need to get the construction done eventually. Our council agenda is now done. We can launch our progressive growth. And what do we want next? Additional unity would probably be okay here. Or additional pop growth. I think unity is worthwhile here. Okay, so we want to get our council agenda. We want to grab the unity, so evolving society. That'll be fine. Now, we are very, very close to getting the influence that we need to build in Zeldra. That's good. We have a lot of work yet to do, and I do actually want to get a couple of science ships out. So we're going to bring out 2 science ships, but we're going to keep these at the bottom of the queue. We'll work through the queue reasonably quickly, so I'm not too concerned about that.
Initial colonization phase.
Okay, that's in the Xantrist black hole. The CAR Pacific is not currently doing anything. Okay. There's nothing else to be done here. We'll head over towards Siggy, and we'll move here. That puts us further behind on our influence right now. We may have slightly overbuilt our construction ships at this moment, but we'll see. We can definitely continue with our first contact here. Yeah, our construction ships are slightly overbuilt at this point. So that's okay. We'll see what ends up happening. Yeah, make it so with the weird heat blobs. Cool. So we're 2 months away from getting another construction ship going here. Migration packs are a decent amount of this, but I'm not too concerned about it. For the moment, I think we'll be okay. It will take a while to get that all done. Wonderful. So here on Azalash, this is a mining world. We should probably put a generator district in here. We're pretty negative on our energy credits right now, and this is, I believe, because we finished all of our naval cap here. Yeah, 28% maintenance cost increase at this point. That's probably what's going on there. So that looks good. We found the Mutagen Merchant Guild, and that gives us half of what we need for a habitat. So that's wonderful. Well met. And we want to immediately begin work. You're already building. We want to immediately begin work over in Zeldra. So we're going to just build a megastructure here of a Habitat Central complex. Looks good. Any additional jobs to be done? The answer to that is not at this time. We are full on a resource storage, though it is minor artifacts, and we can sell to private collectors. We can find peaceful applications, and we can reverse engineer an arcane technology. Okay, engineering research. Not bad. I like it. So we're 13 months away from kinetic artillery. Sure, that seems fine. We're definitely going to have more upgrades going through when we've got that. So, we're currently at 82 influence, and hopefully we end up getting additional influence from that other first contact. That'll definitely help us get caught up in this. Now, this construction ship is actually intended to build a megastructure. But we'll see what ends up happening with that. So, for now, it's reasonably fine. We're 92 influence. We would love to get an additional 80.
An alien
that would be
empire
great.
has established communications.
We may or may not have actually achieved that. Let's check in our situation log. Yeah, the first contact is gone. Okay, that's a little bit sad.
Supplied.
But we managed to get 80 influence anyway, so that's something. So we finished up building an orbital up in Tosian, and that's wonderful.
Phase complete.
Radio signals emanating from Robalius 1. Okay, well, we'll keep an eye on that. We also established the colony Tirsonia Prime, and we want to immediately begin construction on a robotic assembly plant there. That will be fine. So the Colorado is intended to actually be building the Strategic Coordination Center. That said, we're going to have to wait until the Science Nexus finishes. That's going to be actually a little sooner.
Fleet enhancement supplied.
So that should be reasonably fine. What about the Mega Shipyard site? That's going to be a little longer. So it'll be mildly awkward, but I think it's okay. Reasonably fine. So we finished up these science ships. Let's put Valentina Zhu in charge here, and then I want her to head down to, like, Fagor. We're going to jump drive her over and do this archaeological dig. The other one we need to have a non-council member in charge of, so that would be like Angeline here, and she will go over to Robalius and do this astral rift. Wonderful. So that'll be fine for now. We just need to get those cleaned up. And the real question is, of course, what are we going to get out of the archaeological dig down here? This is an ancient tomb. I thought for sure we had done this archaeological dig, but apparently not. So that's good to know. We do have the 2 construction ships, and we also need a job on Azalash again. So I do think putting in a holo theater here makes a lot of sense at this point. So a holo theater to deal with the amenities, but I also want to put in a generator district, and I want to do it in this order. So a generator district first, and then the holo theater. We've also got this refinery world, where we could put in definitely an exotic gas refinery. That'll do the trick. Cool. So that is all wonderful. Let's check in on our ships at this point.
Initial
We're at 118 influence.
Phase commencing.
So that is noted. The CAR Colorado is, of course, over here in Aculum, and for the moment, that's reasonably fine. We just maxed out on probably astral threads. Yes, indeed. Nothing we can do about that right now. We'll come back to it. So, we currently are a few months away from being able to build another one of these. Our Science Nexus hub is now in place. So that means that we can build a megastructure. Now, I'm not going to start upgrading the Science Nexus hub, even though I very much want to do that. That is not something that we're going to do right now, because the idea is we're going to finish up the tech for the Strategic Coordination Center in 5 months. We're going to get that started, and once the Mega Shipyard site finishes, then our other slot is going to go to the Science Nexus. That's the idea, anyway. A tear in time and space, we do not yet know what lies on the other side. Indeed. So that is looking reasonably good for the time being. This tech world requires a system capital complex. We will definitely grab that. Wonderful. And more orbitals are being constructed. That is, of course, very expected. The CAR Armstrong has arrived here and is going to initiate jump down to Tiersonia, and then from there is going to head into Canum. We should probably consider building a gateway, at least in Tuban. But this isn't being gathered right now. We can make it be gathered, though. We can definitely make it be gathered. Let's go excavate the site, and we'll think about doing that in a moment. Do gateways cost influence at this point? They do. Okay, as do orbital rings. So that is all going to be relatively expensive. So the Colorado is out in Aculum. The Pacific is the one that needs to build an orbital habitat. So that is going to be over... Oh, there's a shuttlecraft on Rebellius. Okay. We're in breach of the Non-Interference Act.
Situation log updated.
Okay. Well, for now, that's okay. We have the kinetic artillery finished up. What else do we want to go for? Well, empire size from districts would be decent. That would reduce our empire size by, like, about 1%. It's not huge, but it would be a useful thing. For sure. And also, having additional resource silo capacity and planetary build speed would be pretty good. So let's grab that for right now. And we do have a... Hang on. It's in this tab, isn't it? No, it is not. There's a special project? Okay, noted. We should resettle this guy over to somewhere with a job. Or somewhere, you know, expandable. The Faranis Black Hole Generator Station is probably a decent place to put them. And that, of course, means that we can upgrade our Habitat Central Control. We should also upgrade our Energy Nexus here. So that'll be fine, and this world is now done. We'll look at our situation log in a moment, but this mining station requires a little bit of work. What do we want to put in here? Well, I kind of want to make this be a fortress station outside of the mining. We've got decent mining right now. We've got 13 districts to work with, though. Okay. We've got 3 0G research districts, but I do think having this be a fortress world wouldn't be bad. So let's put in a stronghold. We've already got another one, so that should be reasonably okay. Now, let's hop into the situation log here, and we can rescue these with a science ship. We have a science ship here right now, but it is currently in the Astral Rift. I don't think we can abandon this. And this is a timed event. So I'm going to make another science ship here, specifically for the purpose of rescuing that shuttle. That'll be fine. We'll have that science ship very quickly. This fortress world just hasn't updated yet. Okay, that's fine. Clerks do produce amenities, so we can definitely expand that way. Looks good. So we're just getting the science ship done, and we're going to get it heading up to Rebellious as soon as we can. Okay, it is now completed, and we're going to grab the Ibn Battuta here, and we're going to give it what? I don't care who has this, actually. We're just going to go research the projects up over in Rebellious, so we can get there quite quickly. The Colorado is almost ready to start building its Strategic Coordination Center, and the Pacific only needs 5 additional influence here. Is the Strategic Coordination Center going to cost any influence? No, it shouldn't. Okay, so that seems fine. We're just going to head out over here. And as soon as we have our month tick, which we've already gotten, we're going to build our Habitat Central Complex there. Wonderful. So now we're just going to start banking influence at this point. That'll be fine.
Greetings,
we've entered a system nearly identical to Rebellious, the system where we entered the Rift. At first, we were unsure we had even traveled anywhere, until our surveys returned a previously unknown planet circling Rebellious. Within moments, we were confronted by a mechanical device that propelled itself within sensor range. Seamlessly integrating with the sphere's communication systems, it stated that it was our advisor, Riv. As we considered how best to frame the encounter in our report, it prompted us as if reading our minds. Would you like assistance in writing your report? Oh no, it's Clippy. It's definitely Clippy. We're going to take it up on its offer for assistance, and then maybe nuke it from orbit. We'll find out how Clippy it is. So the CAR Colorado is, of course, going to begin working on its Strategic Coordination Center, which is now ready to go. And the question is... Hang on. Both of these were selected. I only intended to select one. Okay, so the Habitat Central Complex is refunded, I think. Yeah, I accidentally canceled it. That's unfortunate. We'll build a Habitat Central Complex here, and then you can build a Strategic Coordination Center, but that would not go over the star. We could put it over this barren world. That doesn't have any deposits, and that should be relatively fine and not mess up our habitat too much. So that looks okay, and we also finished up these technologies. So the Elite Cloaking Field Generator, that's mostly just getting it out of the way. We can do the same thing with the Arc Emitter and the Tachyon Lance. That's fine. Ancient Nano Missile Cloud Launcher is not the most important thing. None of these are all that important. Let's just get the resort world taken care of. Cool. Now, I do want to get our ships upgraded. So, let's check in here. Yep, this is all level 2. This is all level 2 on the battleship as well. So that looks solid. We can certainly get these upgraded. Do it. That'll take a little bit of time, but all 5 of our fleets are going to get upgraded. Amazing. Okay, so we're still slightly negative in exotic gases. Let's check in on jobs here. Here in Kadraka, we can definitely upgrade our system capital complex. That got rid of all of our minerals, pretty much, so we can buy some more. And then we've got this Forge World. Okay, we'll build an industrial district there. That seems absolutely fine. We've got a few more worlds to work on here. There's this mining world. This is going to need to be resettled somewhere. I think that the Ferronis Black Hole Station is a very good place to put it. That looks okay. This tech world, we could absolutely get an upgrade on our advanced research complexes. This Forge world, we can build a system capital complex on. And our Empire capital is, of course, currently completed. So we can send this also over to the Ferronis Black Hole, where we've got 3 jobs available, and that'll be fine. Excellent. So all of our civilian ships are currently constructing, and we are banking influence for the time when they get finished with their current jobs. Now, orbitals are not going to cost influence. Just the initial habitat will. So that's definitely noted. Cool. How long will it be on our upgrades? That shouldn't be the longest thing, but they're going to be upgrading battleships and Titans, so it will take a little while. Yeah, that's definitely on the slow side. Okay. Well, it'll take a little bit. for sure. That'll keep our shipyards busy for a while. We are going to be capping our alloys in about 20, actually like 18 months. Probably closer to 15, actually. But we've got this archaeological site pending. Cool. We'll proceed with that, and we can definitely gain our physics insight and run an astral boost, which we are delighted to do. Wonderful. So all of these construction ships are constructionating. The first stages of our mega shipyard is now complete. Cool. So we don't actually want to further upgrade the mega shipyard just yet, although this is definitely a place that we want to upgrade. But right now, I would much rather get the Science Nexus Hub online. So let's get going on that. That's going to take 2,400 days to get that going. We can't do any others because, of course, we're building the Strategic Coordination Center site. And that's fine. So resource silo capacity comes through. That is going to boost up our cap to 155,000 alloys, which is really solid. I like it. Also, we can get juggernauts, and that might not be a bad idea at this point. Let's do it. 54 months on that. That sounds good. What else do we have going on in society research? A lot of things that aren't all that important, although an orbital embassy complex might be okay. We really don't need the politician jobs, though. Most likely. So that's probably not the biggest of deals, but getting orbital ring buildings unlocked is probably a useful thing. We're going to start building those eventually. I think habitats are a higher priority. But first, we'll get that done, and then we'll build orbital rings. We've got a lot of construction ahead of us. No doubt about that. We can resettle somebody over here, and they can certainly go... Where do we want them to go? Somewhere like Hadnock Prime? Looks good. We could also just wait for them to migrate. That is another option. Okay, we have an open building slot here. We've got plenty of amenities for right now, so I think we'll just put in an industrial district. That'll be fine. Then we've got this generator world, which is actually maxed out for right now. We can resettle that to something like the Mars generator. Our operatives have been rescued on Rebellious, and that is
initial colonization phase complete.
He migrated on us. Okay, that's fine. We don't need to move anything over. This tech world, however, does need a system capital complex, and that's great. We just founded this colony, and that means we want a robotic assembly plant, but we're also going to certainly want to get some additional minerals. Minerals are going to be a bit of a problem for us, I suspect, and let's consider moving this over to... Mars Generator is going to be expanding its mineral production, right? Right. Eventually. So let's continue moving people onto Mars Generator for now. Okay, so we can build 2 additional generator districts here, and then we can start building out our mining district. That said, we can only have 7 additional districts. We may want to build a mining district right now. No, let's build a generator district for the moment. That'll be okay. It's not ideal, but once we get more orbital rings put in, it should definitely get a little bit better. So that should be absolutely fine. How are we doing on our construction ships? Well, the Ibn Battuta is not doing anything. This isn't a construction ship, it's a science ship. And we don't need it to do anything. So we'll just get rid of it. We exclusively built it to rescue our shuttlecraft. And then Canum down here is still investigating, as is the Astral Rift up here. We'll probably keep 1 science ship around. I don't think we need 2, but keeping 1 around would definitely be a useful thing. So that seems fine for now. Our naval cap has come up a little bit, so we're at plus 26 for our maintenance cost. It's still up there. No doubt about that. But we're working our way through our orbital in Tiersonia. That's going to be finishing very, very soon. Why did this just turn green? Ah, it finished, but this didn't pop in. Okay. So we found Zarklan. Sure. That's absolutely fine, and we're full on minor artifacts. So let's see what we can do here.
Fleet enhancement supplied.
Ah, building and upgrading an affluence emporium. That's really good. So, over here. Tiersonia is not somewhere where we want to build anything anymore. This is done. Canum, we probably don't need to build anything over. Most likely. Although an orbital ring here would not be the worst thing in the world. So building an orbital ring here is a possibility. Another possibility is, well, we wouldn't really want to do anything in Borbo. We've got an arc furnace there. We've already done Jormundir and Tuban with habitats, so we could head up to Eptremon, and we could build up here. Yeah, there are these crystalline asteroids here. And a ruined Shroudwalker starbase up here, too. There's a shrouded world. And another shrouded world. Yeah, there's a lot of shrouded worlds here. There's all this zero up here. I'm wondering if we even want to make this be a habitat station. Or a habitat location. We're not going to get all that much out of it. We might just want to leave this system alone. That's what I'm currently leaning towards. And if that's the case, then we should come over to Tuban, and we should begin constructing a gateway here. I don't want to build a major or a minor orbital here. Where is gateways? Gateway site. We're lacking 12 influence for that. So let's just head over to Jormundir here, and we'll just get in position for that. That seems fine. Now, it is time to put a cut in here, but before we do that, I don't want to forget that we want to make a gateway here, so I just want to get that put in real quick here. We need 6 additional influence, depending on rounding, 1 to 2 months. So that'll be fine. We'll arrive here fairly soon. And we'll definitely get that gateway site built. Okay, we are in breach of galactic law, and we've been issued a hefty fine. That's fine. Okay. Physicists on Rebellious have split the atom. We were in breach of that. It was accidental. We'll take the hit for it. It's not a big deal. So, 1 more month tick, and we'll get this gateway site built. Just a couple more days. There we go.
Research concluded.
Let's get going on that. Okay, war declaration on the Free Brill administration. That's noted. We'll come back to this next episode, I think, but we can definitely get ourselves another society tech here. The Interstellar Assembly? Yep, get going on that. We definitely want to get that built. And yes, we are in breach of galactic resolutions. That is understood. So we're considered in breach for 10 years. I don't think that there's anything that we actually need to do about that. The Non-Interference Act. Ah, we're in subtle interference. We need to move to non-interference. Okay. There we go. We didn't intend to be in breach. It's fine. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings. Hang on. There's a war here. It started a month ago. The Free Brill administration and the Jazgian cartel are apparently being attacked by the United Albanian Republic. Interesting. So we have big claims down over this way. Huh. Well, that is definitely something that we will deal with next episode. We'll probably send a fleet or 2 up over this direction. Oh, wow, those are weak fleets. Okay, we'll probably send a fleet or 2 up over this way and deal with those, and then the majority of our fleets are going to head down and fight the Free Brill administration. We are the powerhouse here, and there's not much they can do about it in theory. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Atala, Andy McGar, Ali Lee, Dark Horse, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Tommy, Kentogan, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.